Madhav, we are sitting virtually at the gateway of India, the Indian Ocean. Kerala is that, Trivandrum is that. And yet, it is not India's ocean. How can we make that difference? What do we need to do to leverage our position, our geostrategic interest in this region?
Okay, firstly, just as the South China Sea doesn't become China's sea, I don't claim that Indian Ocean should be India's ocean. That's not probably the right description about this great water body. But I must say that ever since this Indo-Pacific became a very prominent buzzword in the diplomatic circles, strategic circles and all, we forgot that Indian Ocean as an entity existed separately.
You said we forgot. Who forgot?
Including us.
The Modi government or...
No, I give you one example. In the last century,
right,
it was Europe and America which were in the driver's seat of the world's economy, right? European countries and the US. It used to be Pacific Atlantic. But the European countries knew that by themselves they were a powerful entity. So that's why they created European Union separately. They didn't simply call it we are a part of the Pacific Atlantic, where always America was the dominant power. So something like that is lacking in our region because after all, what is Indian Ocean? It is the world's third largest water body. And 30% of the world's economy is situated here. 80% of the energy trade happens through this region, 80%. And as far as India is concerned, 80% of all our trade happens through this region.
And 38 countries, am I right?
38 countries and 30% of the world's population, 2.7 billion people.
That's a very interesting thought. You are talking of an Indian Ocean Union. Is this the new policy or is it something that is your dreams only?
Earlier, some efforts were made to create a community out of this Indian Ocean region. We know about IORA, Indian Ocean Regional Alliance. They did not succeed for the important reason that somehow there is no pivot. After all, for this thing to succeed, you need a pivot. Now, why is Indo-Pacific becoming so prominent? Because there are 3-4 countries as pivot. There is one America, there is one Australia, there is one India, and there is one Japan. You formed a group called Quad. But when it came to Indian Ocean region, although there is a regional association, in IORA, not Alliance Association, but no country, Hindi mein kehte hain, my baap nahi hai. It's like that. So probably.
But we have not only a baap coming, but a very big baap. We have seen what happened in China. They have created this string of pearls thing where they have ports now in Sri Lanka, Maldives, Djibouti, Laos. And apart from that, they have the Maritime Silk Road, which they've built right across in terms of exactly the kind of the border, what's that called, the BRI initiative that China did. And they seem to be now capturing the Indian Ocean. More than India, it is going to become China's ocean if we don't watch out.
Oh, that is the important point that especially India must keep in mind and must acknowledge that neither China nor America is an Indian Ocean power. They're outsiders to the region. That doesn't mean they don't have any stakes. Every ocean, every country has stakes. But today, the competition, if not the conflict between these two powers, should not disrupt the regional balance here. But unfortunately, what you are saying is the day-to-day reality. Their Maritime Silk Road or Maritime Belt and Road initiative has resulted in a major death trap for many countries in our neighborhood.
They call it debt diplomacy and you're calling it the debt trap.
Debt diplomacy.
Or a DEATH trap or is it a DEPT trap?
It was actually a debt diplomacy. That is how it is described by many strategic analysts in the world. But a time has come when Indian Ocean countries should come together. We host that annual Indian Ocean conference. There, our slogan is, countries from the Indian Ocean should become leaders of the Indian Ocean. Leaders from the Indian Ocean should become leaders of the Indian Ocean. 24 crore, 240 million people in Indonesia. Of course, we don't have good relations, but almost 200 million in Pakistan. 160 million in Bangladesh. We are, of course, the second or first largest country in the world now, 1.4 billion people. We're big countries here, but we are not at all, emphasizing the importance of this region standalone. We're part of Indo-Pacific. The moment you talk about Indo-Pacific, what comes to mind? Taiwan,
Right.
South China Sea,
All
the
the
conflict
battles over
between
there.
China and USA. They are important fights. I don't want to dismiss them. They are important challenges for global strategic community. But we have other challenges.